Hi guys, happy Thursday, and welcome to another edition of the Children's Place Interface. Thursday episodes generally mean we try to give you an artistic thing to do for the day, and I am well aware that I am no match for Ms. Melody. Her art is wonderful. I am doing my best, I promise, to give you guys something that is not too easy, not too hard, and doesn't involve a lot of materials. So even though I know you are all very, very capable of both getting them out in an orderly fashion as well as cleaning them up thoroughly, we try when we do our art lessons to keep it simple. This one is actually very, very simple. They won't always be. It involves some drawing. So that is, the other thing is with art, it's a little tricky because at school we have a lot of materials and we can give you materials and you use the stuff we have at school. One of the things we have to think about when we're planning art virtually is sort of what people would have at home, so that makes it a little harder. So just so you guys know, that's why we're not doing such creative things, but we are trying to give you something. So actually today's art is going to be a drawing lesson, but also today's Thursday, and it is the birthday of our dear friend Angel. So we are going to play Angel a birthday song so I don't have to torture you singing happy birthday by myself. And while the birthday song plays, I'm going to do my best to do a drawing. So here we go. And actually this is a good warm-up for a drawing lesson. So here it is. It's making me prove that I'm not a robot before I play the song. Sometimes the computer will do that. It'll make you put in a code before it does what you want it to do. No, now it's asking me if I want to download the song. I do not want to download the song. I just want to play it. Okay, there we go.
Happybirthday.com.
Okay, and y'all know from our other birthdays that you have to be a little patient because sometimes they take a little while. I am just now learning how to be better at art. So these portraits are actually not that easy for me. I have not had to do them for a lot of years. I did actually, the song I discovered when I was teaching middle school, because when you get to middle school, sometimes kids sort of, their birthdays aren't as celebrated, so the song was one of the ways that we could celebrate birthdays. And it's one of those catchy things that they like to groan about, oh, not the song, but actually I think they really liked it. So the song gets sort of stuck in a person's head, and this is really not turning out the way I want it to. And you guys are being very patient. As part of art today, you might want to think about an animal or a character, something that you might want to draw. Because I am going to show you how to draw a few things, but what I'm showing you might not be your preference. So I would encourage you to practice the skill, even if, whatever I draw isn't your favorite thing. The skill of sort of copying and following along is a thing that you can do. and then try it on your own with maybe an animal that you like. So I'm gonna play Angel's birthday song one more time. Okay.
happybirthday.com.
I promise you I am almost done. And again, I very much appreciate your patience in this endeavor, in my artistic endeavor. Now, I am going to guess, actually, and I'm sorry you guys, usually Angel is the one that has to hide and you all get to watch me draw, but we don't really have that option. I guess I could have said, oh, Angel, you have to hide your eyes and everyone else gets to look. But for now, this is the way that we are doing it. So, I am almost finished. Our dear friend Angel, who is a May baby. The birthstone of May is an emerald, and I'm not sure what the May flower is, but maybe one of y'all can do some research. I think Angel has blue eyes. I'm not entirely sure. If he were here, I would look at them, but he's not. So, I'm pretty sure. And, as we all know, Angel has blonde hair, and I do not have a yellow marker. So, you might be a little entertained by what I did to improvise his blonde hair. Yeah, actually, Miss Quinnenberg and I shared the markers, and she is currently in possession of the yellow. So, she has yellow. Happy birthday. Angel. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. And thank you to everyone else for your patience. There we have it. Our dear friend Angel. Snorkeling. Little does he know, there's a shark nearby. So his fin is actually almost touching the shark's fin. So here we have Angel and his beautiful blonde hair and his green swim shorts. Maybe he's swimming with the shark, maybe he's swimming away from the shark, I don't know. We'll let Angel decide. So actually, I wanted to show you guys just a little bit of drawing. One of the things that I've been practicing more with virtual schooling is sort of drawing simple figures, simple characters. You guys might have noticed when you did the Rubber Ducky song, I looked up a picture of Ernie and then I drew Ernie. It's not necessarily art per se the way a famous person would do art, but it is a skill to be able to like look at a picture and copy it. Real artists can actually a lot of times envision in their mind sort of what these things look like. I will be honest with you, I could not envision a great white shark, nor could I envision someone swimming underwater, so I had to look it up. So I looked up stick figure snorkeling. And actually, when I did Tori's upside down picture, I had to look up person doing a handstand. Now, artistic brains sort of think that way. Mine doesn't, so yours might, it might not. It's okay to look it up. So you might want to look up a stick figure dancing, okay? So, when I looked up a stick figure dancing, here is what came up. Oh, here's one leaping. Okay, so let me try to do a stick figure dancing. And if on your paper you want to follow along, you could just do this on scratch paper while we practice. You draw a head. And then you would draw his body with the legs sort of back this way. Actually erase, that was wrong. We're gonna kind of, there we go. Give it a bend like this. This leg's gonna come straight down. I'm gonna give it a shoe and a shoe. This is the body. We've got an arm up here and an arm kind of this way, hands, and this is, his head should be more tilted back, or her head, and for purposes of this, I'm going to give her a red dress, because a dress is pretty easy to draw. It's kind of cheating, because now I'm just making a triangle, right? But there we have it. A dancing lady. And let's see. This dancing lady is going to, she's looking sideways. So we're going to do this. And she's very happy. She likes music. And again, not perfect, right? And I think that's part of what might make this a little bit fun, is that you guys will likely do a better job than me. So stick figure dancing, what else is something a stick figure could do? Oh, you guys could give me examples if this were live. Stick figure, leaping. Let's try that. Stick figure leaping. All right, so when you want to draw something leaping, you want to think about their legs being out wide, right? So you've got a head and a little neck and an arm reaching out and another arm going back, and then a tilted kind of body that goes into a knee with a foot here and a leg here. So there we go. There's my stick figure leaping. Now this actually, if I wasn't planning on moving on to something else, I would erase and keep practicing. But it is really easy if you just search at, because all of you are using a computer way more than you normally would, something you want your stick figure to do, and then practice copying. But here's someone leaping. All right. Now, another thing you might want to do is be able to draw an animal. So I actually was thinking of an animal before the lesson. I didn't do my search yet, but I have this pink marker that I'm really excited to use. So I am going to do a how to draw a flamingo easy. I always type in easy because I don't want it to give me some really tricky thing. So I typed in how to draw a flamingo easy, and that is what we are going to try to do. So follow along with me as practice, and then on your own as your art today. Actually, maybe this would be a good idea, and you are not required to do this, but you might want to think about as your journal, right? Because Friday is journal. You might want to think about drawing some animals and then making an animal story. I know Friday is free, right? So I'm not requiring it, but maybe your journal is a good place to draw this if you don't have any scratch paper or any blank paper. But this is just a practice flamingo. So a lot of times it is easy to start with the eye, no matter what the creature is. In the case of this flamingo, his eye is going to be pretty small, but we're going to do an eye. Then I'm going to kind of try to get the shape of the head, and you'll notice I switched to pink. So we've got this head, and then as you know, flamingos have long, elegant necks. And you might be laughing at me right now and thinking, Miss Blanchette, that looks like a brontosaurus. Drawing on a board is a little trickier than drawing on paper. And I know that sounds like I'm making excuses, but I am doing my best. So then once you've got your eyes, you kind of curve around for the neck. And then here comes its body, goes into its feathery tail. I want to give it sort of a rounded shape, but not too round, so that I'm erasing, because it's too round. And then this leads back into his neck. So. And if I did this drawing enough times, like once I sort of practice, right, I've done it once, the way to know how to do this is to keep doing it. So there we've got body, and then there's another line to represent this feather. There's a man serenading as he walks by. He sounds very happy. Oh, how cute. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there's a man singing outside. And yeah, that was cute and happy. Okay, so we're almost done actually with our flamingo. We've got our body. You can tell that it's missing a beak, right? Birds have beaks, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna draw its legs orange. You could also do black, or yellow, but I'm doing orange. And then sort of the bend in its leg. This comes down, and I know I'm getting down off the page where you can't see, and this is actually scooted all the way that it can be scooted, so you're just going to want to bring, there, sort of stands elegantly. I'll lift it up so you can see, but there, that's what you're going to do with the leg. And last, and probably most importantly, we've got the beak. So I might put a little bit of work into the beak. Now, I'm going to go back to black, because the flamingo's beak is not really orange in real life. So, down, and then the tip is kind of dark, right? That's a unique characteristic of a flamingo. And it's got this kind of line here. So, there you have it. Now, I bet if I drew this, you guys would actually know it's a flamingo without me telling you, right? And if you wanted to make it cartoony, I didn't, but sometimes things look cute when you do an eye like this. So it's up to you how you kind of want to do the eye. But really, a really good way to learn and practice drawing is to just look up how to do something simple, like a stick figure doing some kind of action, right? Skateboarding, swimming, jumping, leaping, kneeling, dancing. Think of some action word, right? And same thing with a character you like or a animal. I am going to do one more. How to draw Snoopy. Okay, never mind. For some reason I had in my head that Snoopy would be easy. In art in art in high school, we had one of our assignments was to actually find a comic in the newspaper, and then we had to, on paper that was long, we had to actually illustrate the comic. So copy it as closely as we could in pencil and then paint it. My mom probably still has it somewhere, maybe not. But anyway, Snoopy, I find him quite cute. I was going to draw Snoopy, but I think this video is long enough. So I would encourage you to practice with my flamingo. It's just good to get warming up, or one of these figures. If you wanted to draw your own snorkeling human with another sea creature, you could. Just practice to get warmed up, and then when you're really ready to try, look up something and maybe sketch it in your journal. All right, you guys, happy birthday, Angel, and I'll see you on this morning's group Zoom.